Hello students, I hope you all are keeping fine. Okay, today we will be discussing about companies, that is private company, public company and OPC. Okay, so before proceeding ahead we will be understanding what is a company. Uh, Company as per the definition is that form of business organization which is created by law. Okay, it is refers to an association of person created to undertake business activities and having a separate legal existence, perpetual succession and a common goal. Okay, and it is a legal entity incorporated under the Companies Act 2013. Okay, the first Companies Act that was been came into action was in the year 1956. We call the Companies Act 1956. Either you establish a private company, public company or OPC or any other varieties of company, you have to get registered under the Companies Act 1956, which was later incorporated in 2013. Okay, so as we can see, there are mainly three types of company. There are also other kinds of company, but on the basis of members we are going to study here. It is a private company, public company and one person company. So one by one we will be going through that. So the very first here, let's discuss about private company. A private company is one in which two or more person get the company registered under the Companies Act. Yes, for getting registered you need two. There shall be at least two members for that. Okay. The securities of such a company are not listed on a recognized stock exchange. Okay, the shares are not listed in the share market and they cannot invite the public to subscribe for the shares debenture. Students, you will be getting more idea about finance and these equity shares and all in the coming chapters of class 11th and 12th. Okay, the members of the private company are restricted from transferring the shares. It means whatever share they are buying, the members are buying, they cannot transfer it to other. The maximum number of the members in a private company is 200. So in short, I will say again, there should be a minimum of 2 and maximum only 200. Okay, excluding the employees. It restricts the right of members to transfer their shares. It does not offer its share to general public. It is also not listed in the share market, and it does not invite general public to invest deposit in the company. Okay, this is all about private company. Now let's have an idea of public company. A company which is formed by minimum number of 7 members. Okay, in private company it was 2, in public company it was 7. Okay, with the lawful object is termed as a public company. The best thing that here, okay, the shares are listed in the stock exchange, that is we call it share market, and it is very easy to transfer. Okay, the shares are very easily transferable. Its securities are listed on a recognized stock exchange and its shares are freely transferable. Further, there is no limit on the maximum number of members in such a company. It means that general public also can buy the share of company and they can become the member of such a company. The subsidiary of the public company is also considered as a public company. Means any other company which are under those main public company are also called public company. For example, we can see Reliance. Okay, so I repeat again, there should be minimum of 7 members and maximum there are no limits. Okay, the entire population can also become the members by buying the share. It allows easy transfer to its shares and invites the general public to subscribe the public deposits. Invites general public to subscribe to shares and debentures and has a any private company which is subsidiary of a public company. Okay. Now let's talk about one person company, OPC. OPC is very different from the other two. Okay, one person company was newly established. Okay, it was in the year 2013, the new act, okay, which entered this OPC one person company. Okay, it enables the formation of a new entity by only one person. Okay, that is what written. OPC or one person company is a new category of company and it was introduced to encourage startups and young entrepreneurs. Okay, a single person can incorporate the entity as the whole rules regulation as the Companies Act for other companies. It also promotes the concept of corporatization of the business. Okay, it means that you can do it in a bigger way. Okay, though you can have a sole proprietorship by your own only single owner, but These, when you are registered under a company, it gives you more wide scenarios and aspects. Okay, in a way that OPC has separate legal existence with limited liability. The best part is that from sole proprietorship is that OPC is having a separate legal existence and limited liability. Okay, so today for we have discussed the three types of company, that is private company, public company, and one person company, OPC. Okay, we will be back again with a new topic very soon. Thank you.